Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Robo Celestial here with a new video for you. Welcome to part 8 of What If Deku Was a Saiyan. I just wanted to greet you guys by just saying, sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. So, we begin. Todoroki launches some ice stain jumps from the side of the alley walls and then jumps up throwing sharp knives. Todoroki tries to burn them with his fire, but it's just too fast and it cuts Todoroki in the face. Stain dashes and trying to lick the blood on his face. Deku says look out his quirk, don't let him lick you. Todoroki uses his fire and ignites half of his body to prevent the Stain from licking his face. Stain gets hit by the flames pushing him away, burning him a little bit. Stain gets angry and says damn it, can't even kill one guy without another guy trying to get in my way. You're next on the list and I'll make sure no one comes to get in my way. He charges at Todoroki max speed. Todoroki tries to counter but then Stain gets kicked in the stomach by Idia and Deku sending him flying into a garbage can. Todoroki says how I thought you guys couldn't move, how did you guys move? Deku says I and Idia are able to me but Native isn't able to for some reason. Wait, I know it's his quirk since I'm typo and Idia is typing, that means his ability timer depending on the blood type. Stain gets out of the trash and says looks like you figured out my quirk. Deku says IDIA and I will go up close. Todoroki, you stay back to support us, now let's go. Stain gets on guard. Lita charges while Deku is jumping from wall to wall. Idia goes in for a kick with his left. Stain turns his head dodging it. Stain says that's not going work twice on me. Idia replies with same here and kicks Stain in the face with his right foot. Todoroki launches a fire blast. Stain sees this and jumps into the air and throws 3 knives at Idia. Todoroki melts the knives with his fire. Idia tries to use his motors but it doesn't work. He says damn it, my booster is out, it's all up to you Izuku. Stain turns around to seize Deku above him. He says damn, I can T-dodge when he is this close, I'm going to have to block it. Deku powers up to Jasu Jujutsu X3 and throws a punch. Stain tries to block it with his swords but the sword couldn't block Deku's attack and the sword shatters into pieces. Deku's punch hits Stain in the face sending him flying into the ground making a big dust cloud. The Stain is out cold and Native is finally able to move. Todoroki tells Idia to find some rope to tie up Stain. Deku also suggests they move out of this alley towards the open so the pro heroes are able to find them easier. They tie up Stain and head out to the street. Todoroki says oh wow, it's a full blood moon tonight. Everyone looks up including Deku, forgetting about what his mom told him. He starts to shake with his hands on his head. Todoroki asks if he's okay. Deku tells them to run, something bad about to happen in a deep primate voice. They ask what, no response from Deku, but Deku starts to grow bigger and taller, his clothes break. They see this and take Stain and start to run. They go just far enough not to be crushed by the big ape. Todoroki and Native say what the hell is that Deku? Idia says in fear Deku told me and Yurikaka that if he looks at full moon he'll turn into a big ape. While all they were fighting, Stain Gran Torino was with Endeavor fighting a Nomu and they both see the big ape. Endeavor says is that another Nomu or something else? It's huge, how could they have a monster like that around? Gran Torino says either way it's big trouble, let's finish this Nomu up and head towards that beast. Great Ape Deku slams his right arm into a building and his left into another one, then he kicks the ground sending large cement and dust flying everywhere. Great Ape Deku pounds his chest then fires a green Kai blast destroying 2 city blocks and streets. Everyone is shocked. Todoroki says if we don't do anything soon this whole city will be destroyed. Native says how the hell are we supposed to beat it, we stand no chance if it can break cement just by walking. Idia says he did tell me that we just got to cut off his tail and he'll revert back. Todoroki says how we'll able to even get close to him and even or cut off his tail. Native says more importantly he's coming right towards us, we need to take cover. They are lucky near another alleyway and duck for cover in there. Stain wakes up and breaks out of the rope. He grabs Native by the neck with his mini knife. Stain says take one step further and your friend here dies. Todoroki says stop, we need your help, there's a beast running around destroying the city. Asking a villain for help, that's hilarious, even then I wouldn't help heroes such as you and I could care less about this city. All I could know, you could be lying to me. I could kill all of you here if I wanted to. A big roar is heard from afar and the alleyway they are in getting destroyed by Deku throwing a shop at the wall. The debris hits Stain and some of the shop covering him up and Native in the rubble. Stain gets out of the rubble with Native. Todoroki says how about a deal? Idia says are you out of your mind making a deal with the Stain Killer? Stain Killer says what's the deal? Todoroki says you help us with the beast and give back Native and we will let you go and won't report about you or send people after you. Idia says no way in hell we're getting help or even making a deal with the one who injured my brother. Native also says plus it's not a hero like to get help from a villain, I don't like the second part either. Todoroki says it's a truce, let's set aside our differences and beliefs for now and solve the problem at hand. Idia and Native agree grudgingly. Stain says okay, but if you break your side I'll kill all of you. Native and Idia are scared from this comment but Todoroki says deal. Todoroki says the plan to defeat the ape. Native, you head the opposite way of the ape to see if you can find those pro heroes and get them over here to help. Idiot, you'll come with me, we will distract it, and then I'll shoot my fire in the air to signal Stain to cut his tail. Make sure you get on the high ground, Stain. They all say right. Native heads down the street. Stain goes onto the roofs and Todoroki and Idia go after the monster. They see the monster destroying a large portion of the city. Todoroki uses his ice and gets its attention. Deku starts to chase them. They start running away with Stain following them on the roof. Idia saying he's getting closer and my booster still isn't working. He says, Todoroki, use your ice to slow down the beast. Todoroki makes a big ice wall, but Deku walks right through it. Idia panics, we're going to die, we're going to die. Todoroki says, no, we're close to a corner, let's split from there and I'll launch the signal. Deku gets closer and closer and is about to step on both of them, but they barely make it to the corner and they split. Todoroki launches the fire, signaling Stain to go in to cut the tail. Stain jumps down and cuts Deku's tail. Deku falls over and lands on the Stain killer, growing smaller and smaller to his normal size. Idia and Todoroki look at a crippled, almost dead Stain killer and naked Deku unconscious. Idia asks, so, you got any clothes for him? Todoroki says no. But there's a clothing shop right over there that's been destroyed and might have some clothes. Idia and Todoroki search in the shop and find some. Then Idia asks Todoroki, so, who's going to put it on him? Todoroki replies, not me. Idia says, damn it. You would pull something sneaky like that, fine. Idia dresses up Deku. Idia tells Todoroki that we must keep this transformation a secret because if they find out it was Deku, it would make the world unsafe and damage UA representation. They come up with a fake story to cover up what actually happens. Todoroki burns the big tail on the floor to ashes, saying best to get rid of this so they don't have evidence. Idia asks, so, what are we going to do with the Stain killer? We said we would let me go, but I don't see how he would run. Todoroki says, well, let's just tie him up and turn him in. We'll be safe because he'll probably be sent to a prison somewhere else. They tie up the Stain killer and Native runs back with the pro heroes, Gran Torino and Endeavor. Thank you all for sticking around and I hope that you enjoyed. Before you leave, we would just like to let you know that We the Celestials has many other channels for your entertainment and viewing purposes. All the information you'll need is right below here in the description. So feel free to check out all the other incredible projects our team creates. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. That's all for today's video. So goodbye and have a divine day.